did she tell you exactly?
That she's pregnant and she's ready to give birth.
So who did she say the father was?
She didn't tell me.
I
nothing.
said it was complicated.
I believe it was complicated because, like I said,
I was back and forth with him and him.
that sex
back
tape
and forth.
was April 9th, and Amira was born April 9th.
Did you say that, Mr. Bailey? Did you say that's my baby?
No, how I'm gonna say that?
Him and his cousin was saying that.
Excuse me, can I say something?
How am I
Can
gonna say
something?
that's my
Wait,
baby?
wait.
Cause you know
I
you
don't
slept
know.
with me. Cause you know you slept with me.
So you believe? So it's your testimony. You informed her of
Yes,
your
it is.
desire.
Yes, it is. My mother even said it. She's like,
His
when
mom
my
said
mother
that
addressed
after I had
her,
Tamari.
when my mother addressed her, she's like, Miss Mark.
The case is McKinney versus Brown, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Ms. McKinney stands before the court determined to prove that her husband is the father of their 11-month-old daughter, Amira. She says his denial is breaking her emotionally, piece by piece. The judge wastes no time acknowledging the pain in the room, because this is not just another DNA test, it's a family hanging by a thread, torn between trust, betrayal, and biology.
Ms. McKinney, you are here to prove to your husband that he fathered your 11-month-old daughter, Amira. You testify that his paternity denial is tearing you apart. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, you say there is no way you are Amira's biological father. After finding a sex tape of your wife with another man, you now intend to prove he fathered Amira.
Mr. Brown delivers the bombshell behind his doubt. He found a sex tape. He explains that after Amira's birth, she just didn't resemble him. He waited, hoping her features would change. But as she grew, he claims he began to see another man's face every single day. What should have been joyful milestones turned into reminders of what he believes was infidelity. His testimony is raw, painful, and brutally honest.
He's denying the fact that that's his daughter, and it's not about looks, it's about DNA. And I'm here today to prove and show that he is the father of Amira Brown.
And I can see that you are really hurting right now. I can see the tears. What are you feeling, Miss McKinney? Oh my goodness, she's just gorgeous. What are you feeling?
I just hope that he's the father of Amira Brown.
Hope that he is.
Yes.
The origin of the tape is as messy as the situation itself. According to Mr. Brown, the kids were snatching their mother's phone. When he grabbed it back, a video accidentally opened, and what he saw shattered everything. He didn't finish the video. The first seconds were enough. A simple, chaotic moment with the kids exposed a secret that completely rewrote their reality.
So you feel Amira looks like the man you saw on the sex tape with your wife?
Yes, I do. More and more every day, I see Amira's face and his face, and it bothers me a lot. And not only that, she looks like more than one person than just him. People in his family she looks like.
So how did you find this sex tape?
Ms. McKinney then admits how she met the other man on a dating website. She reveals that during her unstable, on-again, off-again marriage, boundaries blurred. She met this man in person, and the relationship turned physical. For the first time, the courtroom sees the tangled timeline that led to this paternity puzzle.
Miss McKinney, how do you end up with another man doing a sex tape?
I mean, at the time, me and Mr. Brown was off and on.
How did you meet the other man?
I met him on a dating website. We started talking online, and then I finally met him in person, and he came to my house.
So how often were you sexually active with this man?
10 times.
And now, Mr. Brown, you believe this man is the father of Amira.
And then, the other man, Jonathan Fowler, is called in. The tension instantly thickens as he takes the stand. He states his name calmly, but his presence alone makes the affair painfully real for Mr. Brown. The man from the video is now standing in court, and what he says next could completely shift the direction of this case.
State your name for the court.
Jonathan Fowler.
Mr. Fowler, we are here talking about the paternity of beautiful baby Amira. This court has learned that Ms. Brown found a sex tape of his wife and you in her phone. Is that true?
Yes.
What did she tell you about her relationship?
The judge then uncovers a surprising detail. Fowler doesn't even know Ms. McKinney's correct last name. He calls her McKinley before being corrected. A tiny mistake, but a huge red flag. It paints their affair as something casual, superficial, even careless, despite the life-changing consequences both men are now facing.
Me and Miss McKinley been having
It's
sex.
Miss McKinney.
Oh, Miss McKinley.
You don't even know her last name?
Me and Miss McKinney been having sex the whole 2016.
You say you're in a year-long affair.
I met Miss McKinley I met her the ending of 2015 going to 2016.
So, this is my question. What did she say? Who did she say Mr. Brown was?
Mr. Fowler goes on to reveal when Ms. McKinney told him about the pregnancy, June, right before she gave birth. He says she only told him she was pregnant and that it was complicated. She never said who the father might be. This moment suggests that from the very beginning, nobody was being given full truth or clarity.
What did she tell you exactly?
That she's pregnant and she's ready to give birth.
So who did she say the father was?
She didn't tell me
I
nothing.
said it was complicated.
I believe it was complicated because, like I said,
I was back and forth with him and him.
that sex
back and
tape
forth.
was April 9th, and Amira was born April 9th.
Then comes the legal twist. Even though Mr. Brown was legally married to Ms. McKinney and physically present at the birth, he refused to sign the birth certificate. His reason, purely practical, he claims. He didn't want to be obligated to child support because his wife receives public assistance. It's a shocking reminder of how systems and paperwork can influence incredibly personal decisions, even coming between a man and a baby he was supposed to welcome into the world as his own.
First time I met him.
The only reason why she was born early is because of complications, which her due date was supposed to be April 23rd, 2018.
Okay, so Mr. Brown, can you take me to the point you found out Ms. McKinney was pregnant?
That was in July. She came back when I went back to her house, and she went to my mom's house, and we took a home pregnancy test. And then in August, we went to the hospital, and that's when she found out she was 5 weeks pregnant.
So you were with her when she found out at the doctor's office?
Yes, I was there. I was present.
Mr. Brown describes the depth of his doubt with almost chilling clarity. He admits he became obsessed, studying Amira's features day after day, the shape of her lips, the curve of her face. He became convinced her features weren't his. He says people even messaged his wife claiming the baby didn't look like him. His own family saw similarities to his side, but by then, his mind was already poisoned by suspicion. What we're witnessing is the tragic anatomy of paranoia, where every smile, every expression becomes evidence in a private trial he built inside his own head.
Yeah, when I looked at Amira, I said, hey, when I was born, I was pale. But wait, look at her lip. Why does her lip look so fat? That's not my lip. My lip does not look like that. Oh, no, it does not. So from that time in, I put it in my head, I'm like, wait, okay, if she's not mine, then she gotta be Mr. Jonathan's child. Because she started looking more and more like him.
Then comes the timeline bombshell. Mr. Fowler reveals the last time they were intimate was April 2017, a full year before Amira's birth in April 2018. The biology simply doesn't add up. The judge is visibly stunned, and in a single moment, the man Mr. Brown feared the most is mathematically and biologically eliminated. The case shifts dramatically as the field of possibilities narrows.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So, do you believe you are Amira's father?
No, I do not.
When's the last time you were intimate with Miss McKinney?
2017 of April.
That's a whole year before Amira was born.
Right.
And that's why you're saying I can't be
Right.
her biological. Well then, Miss McKinney, why, if Mr. Fowler does this math and say, I was with her a whole year before Amira was even born,
First results arrive, the envelope opens, and the court officially declares Mr. Fowler is not the father. He exhales deeply, thanking the judge with visible relief. For him, the nightmare ends. But for everyone else, the mystery only grows deeper. All eyes turn to Mr. Brown, who moments earlier offered a sincere apology to his wife, just in case he was wrong, right before facing his own life-altering truth.
these results were prepared by DNA Diagnostic and they read as follows. In the case of Kenny versus Brown, when it comes 11-month-old Amira Brown, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Fowler, you are not the father.
The second verdict hits like lightning. The judge reads the results for Mr. Brown. You are not the father. The impact is instant. Ms. McKinney collapses to the floor, overwhelmed and in utter disbelief. Medical staff rush to her side. Her world has crumbled. She walked into court trying to prove her husband was the father, only to discover that the real father isn't even identified in the room. The emotional devastation is absolute.
Miss McKinney? McKinney, are you okay? Jerome, help her. Jerome, her. Jerome will help you up, Miss McKinney, and I want you to sit in the chair. Someone call the medic, please. Just take a seat, honey, and breathe.
The gavel falls, and suddenly we're thrust into another explosive story built on a 30-year lie. Mr. Haggerty sits before the judge, hoping to repair his relationship with his daughter, Wanda, who has pulled away. Why? Because her mother, Ms. Davis, recently confessed that the man Wanda has called daddy for her entire life may not be her biological father. Now, this is a paternity case decades in the making.
Mr. Haggerty, you've opened your case in hopes of saving your relationship with your daughter. She has distanced herself from you, and you claim it's because her mother recently lied and claimed you are not her father. You plan to prove today what you've known for the last 30 years.
Mr. Haggerty stands firm, insisting he's been Wanda's father for 30 years. But Ms. Davis unleashes her truth, claiming she lied, and shockingly refers to Mr. Haggerty as nothing more than a playmate. A playmate. Imagine raising a child for 3 decades only to be dismissed like that. Wanda's fury is immediate and justified. She calls out her mother for playing games with their lives from the very beginning. The audacity here is off the charts, and the courtroom can barely contain the tension.
Ms. Wanda, you say you are stuck between your parents, and after believing the plaintiff was your father, you now are confused by your mother's new claim. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Davis, you admit to lying to Mr. Haggerty and your daughter, but say today you are ready to tell the truth and prove that he is not her father.
Wanda is visibly shaken, and honestly, who wouldn't be? She pours out her frustration, pointing out how unfair this has been to her and the man who raised her with nothing but love. Now, her own children are confused about who their grandfather really is. She says plainly that if her mother truly loved her, she never would have played these kinds of games with their lives. This is generational damage, raw, painful, and impossible to undo.
But I know who the biological father is.
Excuse me, Your Honor. She's
Yeah.
saying that he was just a playmate, but how is that fair to this man and to me for her to be saying that he's just a playmate when from jump you led this man to believe that he was my father the whole 29 years of my life? That's not fair to me. That's not fair to him. I have kids myself asking me.
Through tears, Wanda defends the only father she's ever known. She describes Mr. Haggerty as a wonderful man, the kind of father who showed up, picked her up from foster care, and introduced her to his incredible family. A man who never treated her differently from his biological daughter. This isn't just DNA, it's devotion, it's consistency, it's love in action. And Wanda makes it clear, no test can erase the man who stood by her all her life.
Mr. Haggerty was a wonderful father to me. Like, I was in and out of the system, and he'll come pick me up from my foster care home, take me around to his side of the family, which is, they're awesome. He's just been an outstanding dad. He didn't treat me no different from my sister.
Then Wanda shares the moment everything first fractured. At just 19, a stranger approached her, crying, claiming he was her real father. Imagine the shock. Your entire identity suddenly flipped upside down in a single conversation. That was the first domino to fall, the moment the decades-old lie her mother crafted began to unravel, and it all leads to this explosive courtroom showdown 10 years later.
I'm like,
How old were you?
I was 19 years old, Your Honor. And I'm
Really?
like, yes, Your Honor. Yes.
And then what happens after that conversation? Do you go to verify this with your mother, or do you just have a conversation with him?
Me and this other man had a relationship. Like, he was calling me, he was checking on the kids, and when he showed me this picture of his mom.
In a jaw-dropping turn, Mr. Haggerty learns about this mysterious man for the first time, right here in court. His face says everything. He had no idea there was another potential father in the picture. The betrayal is deep and personal. He raised this girl, loved her, protected her, and yet he was kept in the dark about her entire origin story. The shock in the room is undeniable.
When did you find out about this?
I found out about this today.
Today?
Today, right now.
This court informed you that there was another man that could be your daughter's biological father.
Yes.
Who's saying he is her biological father.
Yes.
So you were Miss Wanda, you never told Mr. Haggerty that you had been spending time with this other man and having dinners?
Ms. Davis's story spirals even further. She admits she already had a boyfriend and was pregnant, while she was, in her own words, playing with Mr. Haggerty. She claims the real biological father was even in the delivery room and signed the birth certificate. That means she knowingly let another man believe he was the father from day one. The levels of deception here are staggering.
Did you tell Mr. Haggerty that he was your daughter's father?
Yeah.
You told him that?
Yes.
Did you tell the other man you were in the relationship that he was the father too?
The other man already knew because he called it when Marcella was first born.
Then comes hard proof. The judge inspects the birth certificate, and there it is. The other man's name listed as the father. Wanda reveals she has never once seen her birth certificate in 29 years. This moment reminds everyone watching, your documents matter. This simple sheet of paper held the truth she was denied her entire life.
Wanda, have you ever seen your birth certificate?
I've never seen my birth certificate 29 years of my life.
Mr. Haggerty, you've testified in court today that you were proud to be Ms. Wandick's father.
Yes.
It's something you cherished, a relationship you valued.
Yes.
She said you were a wonderful father to her.
Enter Vanessa, Mr. Haggerty's other daughter, a breath of fresh air amid the chaos. She beams with love, declaring that Wanda is absolutely her sister. She even points out that Wanda looks more like their dad than she does. She says biology doesn't define family, love does, and that Wanda will always be her sister. In the middle of heartbreak and betrayal, this moment glows with pure, unconditional connection.
Of course I do. She looks like my dad. She looks more like my dad than I do. That's all I've ever known. Like when we were young, we dressed alike. She was with us for a while, so yes, I believe that's my sister,
Oh,
wholeheartedly.
so precious, y'all holding hands. I love that. And I could see throughout the testimony the tears coming down your eyes.
Oh, of course. It's emotional. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to go 30 years without knowing if they have a sister, a younger sister at that? I always wanted one. You know what I mean? So of course it's emotional.
Wanda doesn't sugarcoat her feelings anymore. She calls out her mother's motive directly, money. She claims her mother only mentioned the other man when he suddenly came into cash, even suggesting Wanda should take advantage and get something from him. If true, this changes everything. This isn't a youthful mistake. This is calculated manipulation, a lie nurtured for decades, weaponized for financial gain. It adds a dark, cynical layer to an already devastating story of betrayal.
So, Ms. Wandick, I want to understand, what do you believe was your mother's motivation for creating this type of paternity saga?
Money. When this other man accumulated all this money, that's when she wanted to say, that's who really your dad is. You need to get some money from him.
Then comes the moment everyone has been bracing for, the DNA results. After nearly 3 decades of belief, love, sacrifice, and confusion, the judge reads the truth aloud. Mr. Haggerty, you are not the father. The courtroom feels the impact like a gut punch. Wanda is shattered. Mr. Haggerty's heartbreak is visible. 29 years of fatherhood suddenly rewritten by biology. The scientific truth has arrived, but the emotional truth, that remains carved into their lives forever.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Haggerty versus Wandick, when it comes to 29-year-old Marcella Wandick, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Haggerty, you are not the father.
Next, the case of Lovett versus Hilton detonates with accusations. Ms. Lovett claims Mr. Hilton is the father of her 2-month-old daughter, Winter, and not only is he denying her, she says he has abandoned their other 4 children as well. Mr. Hilton fires back instantly, claiming he's sure the baby isn't his because Ms. Lovett was involved with another man. The emotional and financial fallout is already massive, and we're only just getting started.
Ms. Lovett, you are in court today to prove Mr. Hilton is the biological father of your 2-month-old daughter, Winter. You claim that Mr. Hilton has denied your daughter since birth and has also abandoned your other 4 children.
Mr. Hilton admits he loves his 4 older kids, but when it comes to Winter, he draws the line. He flat out declares, "I'm not finna take her baby. That's not mine." Ms. Lovett is crushed. She says she lost her home and her car because of his refusal to support her. The judge acknowledges the pain, but what's emerging is a pattern: avoidance, denial, and a refusal to take responsibility, even when a newborn child's well-being hangs in the balance.
So, Ms. Lovett, you claim Mr. Hilton's denial is hurting your family. Explain.
He's a deadbeat dad. He doesn't take care of the kids at all. He does nothing. I've lost everything. I lost my house, my car. I'm Financially, I'm just destroyed because he just want to handle his responsibilities.
Mr. Hilton knows a strong allegation.
I'm not finna take a baby that's not mine. I love my kids, Ron.
Through trembling words, Ms. Lovett pleads with Mr. Hilton. "I loved you so much," she says, "and you keep doing this to our family." She insists baby Winter needs her father, but he won't look at her, won't even look at the child he might have created. He calls it all a lie, an act. The emotional weight in the room is staggering. This is the cost of broken trust placed on the shoulders of a mother and her infant.
I got 4 other kids, but I'm not finna do that. That's impossible.
You have 4 other kids together.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
But you so strongly believe Winter is not your biological child, you said you're not taking care of her.
No, ma'am, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
I can see that this really hurts you, Miss Lovett.
I shouldn't have to go through this. All these kids are his, and I know it.
Then the argument veers into the absurd. Mr. Hilton uses baby Winter's physical features as evidence, pointing out she has big old eyes, insisting his eyes aren't like that. The judge has to remind him the baby is 2 months old. Her features are still developing. It's a flimsy, desperate, unscientific attempt to justify his denial, and it reveals just how far he's willing to go to avoid the possibility of fatherhood.
We made them together. It's just so beautiful. That's his baby. I know she is. I know what I did.
Can you look at Mr. Hilton and talk to him? Tell him how this makes you feel.
I'm hurt. I loved you so much, and you just keep doing this to our family.
Ms. Lovett comes prepared. She presents a calendar to support her timeline, explaining that she and Mr. Hilton had unprotected sex throughout November, but he waves it off, calling it something she made up, just an app. Then, in classic fashion, he shifts his story again, suddenly claiming the last time was only November 15th. The inconsistency is glaring. His selective memory and refusal to acknowledge her evidence paints the picture of a man either drowning in denial or intentionally dodging the truth.
All of November we had
it looked like something she made up. Come on now. That's an app. Be for real.
I mean, whether she made it, what I'm trying to understand, Mr. Hilton, did you have sex with Miss Lovett pretty much the entire month of November up until Thanksgiving?
And then, the plot twist no one expected. We learned Mr. Hilton's entire paternity investigation was Google. Ms. Lovett says he Googled it and decided the timeline don't make sense. The judge fires back with dry sarcasm. Google is giving paternity results now? It's both hilarious and heartbreaking. Instead of relying on science or even the mother of his own children, Mr. Hilton trusted a search engine to determine whether he was a father.
So wait a minute, Google is giving paternity results now?
Yeah, through my whole pregnancy, and Ashley was not there. It was one of my worst pregnancies ever. I was in and out the hospital. My baby sick, everything. He was not around. He's still not around. He's not doing anything at all.
Mr. Hilton, were you there for the birth?
In a stunning admission, Mr. Hilton confesses he skipped the birth entirely. He didn't show up until days later, just to, as he puts it, see if it looked like me. He says he saw no resemblance, so he felt no bond. This reveals a chilling truth. His love is conditional. Everything, his presence, his support, his entire role as a father, depends on whether a newborn passes his personal visual test. The lack of basic compassion is astonishing.
Oh man, that's
So what did you come up there for at all?
Just to see like if it's mine or not. See if it look like me or similar to my other kids, and I don't see it, so I just don't believe it. You know, cause she done lied before plenty of times. She lied plenty.
Really? I lied?
Look at my nose. I got a fat nose. Look at that.
Then the full weight of his neglect comes to light. Ms. Lovett explains that Mr. Hilton does absolutely nothing for baby Winter. He didn't sign the birth certificate, he wasn't at the hospital. She endured a difficult pregnancy and a lonely birth entirely by herself. This is the real-world fallout of his denial, a mother and newborn abandoned, while he stands in court nitpicking timelines.
So you're saying from that point on, Miss Lovett, he's doing nothing for the baby?
Nothing at all, whatsoever. And
Did he sign the birth certificate?
He didn't sign anything. He wasn't even at the hospital.
No.
Nothing.
Yeah,
He
I'm
was
not-
not
And
there.
this breaks your heart. Like I can.
Because he wasn't there.
And then, a massive bombshell. The judge discovers that Mr. Hilton's name isn't on any of his 4 other children's birth certificates either. He lies at first, insisting he is, but Ms. Lovett shuts that down immediately. This reveals a long-running pattern, not a one-time slip. He is a father of 4, possibly 5, who has legally avoided acknowledging all of them. The deadbeat behavior is truly on another level.
Haven't you signed the birth certificate for the children that you know are yours?
I don't know. She's crazy.
No, I'm not talking about her. No, I'm not
She's
talking
making
about
this
her.
stuff up. She's making
Making
stuff
what
So
up?
are you on the birth certificates?
Yes, I am.
Ashley, really? We gonna do this.
Okay.
You ain't on nothing.
All right.
You don't take accountability for nothing. You don't take responsibility for nothing.
Ms. Lovett then presents medical evidence. Baby Winter shares an identical Mongolian spot birthmark with one of their other children, a mark she believes is inherited from the father. Mr. Hilton instantly denies ever having one. It's a desperate moment where both sides attempt makeshift at-home genetics. But without a real DNA test, the argument collapses under the weight of speculation. The futility of debating biology in this way is obvious, especially in a case with so much at stake.
When they get older, there it is, Your Honor. Identical. One is Winter and one is my other child. They're identical. It goes away when they're little, like when they grow older, but right now my daughter still has it. It's there. They're like, my baby look just like him.
And you determined that this Mongolian spot is because Mr. Hilton is the biological father?
Yes.
The judge finally turns her attention to Ms. Lovett, and it is brutal honesty at its finest. She asks the question everyone has been thinking: why keep having babies with a man who has done nothing for any of them? She suggests Ms. Lovett believed another child might finally make him stay. Then she delivers the line that cuts through every excuse. You're not gonna sit up here and convince me that you just a victim of this man 5 times over. It's a hard, necessary truth, a call out about breaking destructive cycles and recognizing the role we play in our own pain.
And I'm mad at you.
You need to be mad that he's done nothing for the baby. You should be more mad at him.
No, you don't
He's
tell
done
me who
nothing.
I get to be more mad at. That's the problem. You're not gonna sit up here and convince me that you just a victim of this man 5 times over.
I love him.
I know you do. And you think having all these babies gonna make him stay, or he gonna make him do right by you. And that is just not how the cookie crumbles.
Then comes the moment of clarity. The DNA results are in. The courtroom holds its breath as the judge reads them aloud. Mr. Hilton, you are not the father. Mr. Hilton explodes instantly into celebration, shouting, "I told you, told you." His triumph is loud, unfiltered, and almost chaotic. But even in his victory, one truth still hangs heavy. He has 4 other children he continues to neglect. The mystery of Winter's father may be solved, but the larger disaster of this fractured family remains painfully unresolved.
In the case of Lovett versus Hilton, when it comes to 2-month-old Winter Lovett, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Hilton, you are not the father.
Told you.